All right. Hello. We will be getting started in just a little while, everybody. We'll be getting started between the 1 minute mark and 2 minute mark on the top left for lapse time. So get yourself strapped in. We'll be getting started in just a little while. Today, I am drinking a Zero Ultra Monster right there. I couldn't find any more reds for some reason, so we'll just have to settle for the original flavor. So let me pop this baby open here, and we'll be whooping some ass in a little bit. So yeah, while we wait, I'm gonna go ahead and do my first sip of this. So this is to my followers, my subscribers, and you know, the people that take time out of their day to come and check out with me. Guess Red was popular. Yes, it was, Rumble. By the way, welcome, my friend. I needed that right there. All right. So yeah, here's Lord Snobbington and his hammer of justice, hammer of law. There we go, hammer of law. There we go. I got it right. Okay. So for this stream, we're going to do a little bit more grinding up some levels for him, and then we'll continue on a little bit more. But I think it's time I go ahead and do my intro. So hello, Internet, and welcome back to Bloodborne Tuesday, also known as, right now, Random Borne. I'm your host, Honest Game Machine, and today we're going to be continuing with Lord Snobbington and his hammer of law. Because the law is him, and he is the law. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the lecture hall, and, well, lecture building. We're going to do a little bit more grinding to get him up a few more levels, and then we're going to get him started in a couple other areas. So, yeah. Hopefully you had a good day today, Mr. Rumble Roses. Hopefully you had a good day. My day was alright. Slept for most of the day. But it was still a good day nonetheless. Played some Fallout 76. Posted some pictures of my shroud today. Stuff. I'm doing alright, Shadow Thief. Good to see you. How are you doing? Tried to stream today. Didn't work out too well. What happened, dude? What happened to you today? Also, I'm sorry I didn't come to your stream. I literally was probably asleep when you were streaming. Had another one of my rough nights after my stream yesterday. So, but I'm okay now, though. I'm alright. It was alright. Been working on some more Ponyvania. Trying to make my pony build and get it back to the way it was. Alright, gotcha. Do-do-do-dee-doo. I also had a really good dinner, too. Had me some nice beef stew today. I made me some beef stew. Mega Man Legacy Collection. Great game. Great bunch of games. Lag is a bitch, and controller input isn't as good as I'd hope. I actually have the Legacy Collection for PlayStation 4. I do kind of get what you mean about the little bit of the controller input. The lag's always been there, though. The lag for Mega Man, that's always been there. I guess you could say they kept the lag that you would originally get from an actual NES. Which I am kind of glad they kept that, though, because if there wasn't lag in a Mega Man game, I'd be highly concerned. But yeah, you'll get used to the lag, though. You'll get used to it. I've thought about doing some Mega Man Legacy Collection. But for one, I'm not as keen as I used to be. So 9 times out of 10, if I was going to play some Mega Man Legacy Collection, I would just mostly stream Mega Man 6 and probably do some of the challenges. I've actually never tried the challenges before. Oh yeah, of course. Of course it does. Most definitely. Alright. Excuse me. Yeah, same thing with Bloodborne and Dark Souls. Just takes a little bit of practice. You get used to everything. And plus, at the same time, you know, when it comes to Bloodborne and, you know, Dark Souls and things of that nature, you know, people complain about, you know, dying so much in regular playthroughs, when really the grinding's right there. You know, Rocky didn't become a good boxer in the movies, you know, overnight, you know. He did a lot of training to get to where he is, you know, that's how he got there. One moment. I'll reach out in a minute. Yeah. Go. So I now have a stream VOD. I have nothing but rage, cursing, and salt about Mega Man lag. You gotta get used to that Mega Man lag, though, man, because that was in the original NES. That lag. And I'm actually glad they never got rid of it, so people could actually experience what people like me and Soze Man and C-Mark went through, you know? Same with Sasha, you know? Same with Sasha Jace. That interesting person right there. God damn. Alright. But yeah, I think if I ever did a Mega Man Legacy Collection, I'd probably do Mega Man 6 streams and probably challenges. I'd probably do that. Over 20 years since I played the original SNES or Sega Genesis. My first console I ever played on was the Magnavox Odyssey, which was nothing but a little thing with joysticks and things you would put on a TV screen. The first console I ever owned was an Atari 2600, but my first console I ever actually still have to this day is my original NES. I also have my Power Pad. I got my Nintendo Power Glove. Things like that. I was never going to get rid of that stuff. Oh, the Atari 2600 is amazing. I love that piece of hardware. Especially Old School Pitfall and Asteroids. And right now, yes. Save for N64, but the other console units got working. You're lucky that you actually have a good N64 emulator that actually works, because it's hard to find some that actually don't glitch out on you. You are a lucky bastard, Rumble. I'm telling you. Oh, there we go. 303.
Farewell, good hunter.
May you find your worth in the waking world. Well, let's see though. Yeah, I had some nice beef stew today. I made it. It had some chops of beef, carrots, some potatoes, things of that nature. I'm very basic when it comes to my beef stew. So I did that. Well, people like to use Project 64. You use Moopin. Moopin's not that bad. It just, to me, it's not as user-friendly as Project 64. But, you know, it really depends on everybody's comfort zone. Like how, for example, some people like to use, I think it's called SNES 9 or 6. And then there's Z SNES. That's another one right there. It really just depends on your interpretation of user-friendly, you know? Yeah, most definitely. You finished? You know, the fact that I can pick up Bloodborne again after the last time I literally played it was last week, you know, and still not be phased by anything is absolutely hilarious to me. I've been mostly playing a lot of 76 trying to get my Shroud character fixed up. Was that right there is really just a big grind train right there. But yeah, Rumble, you were correct though about the 45 submachine gun. It is an automatic rifle. I figured that out when I made a couple levels today. So, you know, big pat on the back to you for that. That was some very useful information for me. So yeah, I got that going right now. So yeah, that's a thing. I was lucky that my Genesis, Game Boy, and SNES emulators worked, even on the new hard drive. Did you ever beat Super Mario for the Super Nintendo? Are you talking about Super Mario World? And yes, I've beaten all of the Super Mario games, even from Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3 for NES to even Super Mario World, Super Mario 64, the Paper Mario games, Super Mario Land, Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins, Super Mario Land 3, Wario Land. You know, I play a lot of those. Bomberman with Wario in it. There's actually a Game Boy game of that too. Let me see. I will say I'm not much of a fan of Super Mario World 2 because I don't like Baby Mario. I have also beaten Mario is Missing. I don't like that game. It's a terrible adaptation to try and teach characters, teach people about history. Because for one, King Kong is not a real fucking being. Why the fuck does King Koopa care about King Kong? And you already know that DK is a big ripoff of King Kong. So why the fuck are you gonna have King Kong in a fucking NES game? Which, if you kind of think about it, that makes a whole lot of sense. Like, if you got fucking Donkey Kong in the fucking game, why the fuck are you going to be putting fucking King Kong in a fucking NES game? It doesn't make any sense. Let's see, I also played a long time ago a demo of, what was it called? What was it? I think it was called Super Mario Hotel for the Philips CDI. That was a terrible fucking game. I couldn't stand it. All it is just Mario opening fucking goddamn doors. But I will say this though, I have played a little bit of Mario Odyssey on a friend's Switch, and I do think that's a really, really good game. I think Odyssey is one of the best Mario games in the modern world. I'm not much of a fan of Super Mario Wii and Super Mario Wii U, especially Super Mario Wii U. That game gives me a lot of salt because I hate the fucking jump physics for that fucking game.
Very well.
I'd have to say though, my favorite Mario game, like quote unquote Mario game, is Dr. Mario. Like, I could have a whole lot of fun playing that fucking game on my Game Boy. And actually, I own it on Game Boy, and I own it on my NES. Dr. Mario and me have a very great relationship. Because, you know, I also started with the original Tetris. Both the original NES Tetris that's branded with the Nintendo logo and Tengen Tetris. Tengen was a alternative company that did a... Oh, come on, what the fuck? That's stupid. That's a fucking cheater. Alright. Ow! What the fuck? How did he get me on a fucking command grab, though? Give me a moment. Let's stay in motion. Hey, quit cheating. You're able to go through fucking walls. Don't go cheating right now, motherfucker. Get out of here. I miss the old Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego games. I used to play the hell out of those. I used to own those. They were actually pretty good. I love the two different television shows they had for Carmen Sandiego as well. They had the game show, which had real people, and then they had the cartoon, which that was actually pretty fun. I liked them both. You know, each one had its cool things and bad things about them. You know, I had no issue with them. But yeah, when it comes to NES stuff, Sega Genesis, things of that nature, even Super Nintendo, that was kind of my little alleyway. That and Atari. Atari was one of my known things. I had the biggest crush on Carmen when I was a kid. Oh yeah, Carmen Sandiego was a hot little bitch right there. I love their voice actress too. She had a good voice actress too. And also a little tip for you, Shadowseed, whenever you get to the lecture building, it's a great place to grind for echoes, and it's also a great place to grind for Quicksilver bullets. As you can see, I've been picking up quite a bit, actually, since I've been killing these guys. So whenever you unlock the lecture building, it will take a lot of practice to get used to their movements, but if you just do what I do, you'll do just fine. When you unlock this door right here, you know, just have them come through and just start attacking them when they come through. 9 times out of 10, they will drop Quicksilver bullets. Well, more like a 7 out of 10. Like, I'll tell you this, I know some of these guys will drop some Quicksilver bullets. Ow, 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 what? No, no! What the fuck, game? Fucking lag. Fucking lag. I'll get revenge on that. There is once in a while where they'll actually decide to fuck with you real good, and they'll do that bullshit. That's why usually one of my favorite weapons to use on these guys is usually Ludwig's Holy Blade. That's one of my favorite weapons I like to use on these guys. But it's okay, because I'm doing this for grinding purposes, I'm not too concerned about losing my echoes right now. Quit that. Quit spamming. Quit spamming. Quit spamming. No! What the fuck are you doing, game? What are you doing? You little spamming shit. Quit spamming your fucking arcane water, you bitch. Yeah, there we go. Got my echoes back for one. Let's see, Quicksilver bullets. They usually drop them by 3s. You know, usually take advantage of that. There we go. Oh. Sometimes they'll also drop sedatives too, so sedatives can be a good way for you to deal with the winter lanterns whenever you run around with them. Which I do recommend grinding also the winter lanterns when you can. They are a bitch to kill, but it's usually worth it sometimes. They'll drop really good gems that are only for people that don't want to do like chalice dungeons. Which I do need to help you unlock your first chalice, so you can actually do chalice dungeons. Which that'll be fun. I'd love to see how you adapt to chalice dungeons. Because playing the regular game is good and all, and it is fun, but you get more kind of lore-ish type stuff when you do deep chalice dungeons.
Very well.
So yeah. Pretty good in the attack right there. Alright, so let's see. My stats are actually pretty good. I like my stats so far. I'm still going to keep going.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Told you I know the lines. Let me repair my hammer. Always remember to repair your weapons when you can. It's not like Dark Souls where you can actually repair your stuff just by sitting at a bonfire. I wish that was the case. Imagine if Dark Souls actually had what's called rally potential. Rally potential is basically when you get hit, you notice that you still have a little bit of red left in your health bar before it dwindles down to how much damage the enemies actually did on you. It's a way that you can heal by attacking without healing. It's kind of like when an enemy hits you, you have an ability to be able to do some counterattack. See, if Dark Souls had that kind of counterattack system, oh god, this game would be broken as fuck. Oh, let's try something. Hit it! Oh, that was a good one right there. That was actually pretty cool. See the orange bar right there? And that's how I was able to heal from that damage right there. See? And because I wasn't able to get my instant counterattack, I lost that health. A little bit of health back there. That's what's called rally potential. Rally potential is a very interesting subject in Bloodborne to me. Because it's kind of a way of healing without healing. And it's pretty interesting if you really think about it. Yeah. Didn't drop anything. Down, big boy. Alrighty then. So what did you two have to eat today? Did y'all have a good, tasty dinner, meals today? That's pretty good food today. Yeah. You had a four meat pizza. Was it a frozen pizza or did you order it? Actually, I could level up, I believe.
Welcome. What is...
Frozen? Ah, gotcha.
Very well.
I'm not against frozen pizza. Depends on the brand. Okay. Keep my skill at 25 so that way my viscerals actually still do some pretty good damage. Had chicken rice and broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots and cheese sauce for dinner. That sounds really good. Like I said, I had a nice beef
Farewell,
stew.
good hunter.
You know, it had beef, carrots, and potatoes. It's a very thick stew. I enjoy beef stew. See, beef is one of my number one favorite things of meat. My second being chicken. Third would probably end up being pork, but I don't eat much pork stuff though. I had Chicken Express the other night. Oh yeah, I remember you telling me that. What did you get from Chicken Express though? I actually meant to ask you that. Shepherd's pie can be good. It depends on where you get it. Ah, homemade, yeah. Peekaboo. Tender, normal, and spicy mashed potatoes, gravies, and rolls. I love me a good roll. I especially love Hawaiian rolls. But I'd say my favorite bread that you would get from like a restaurant would probably be the cheesy bread that you would get from a Red Lobster. Even though your boy is not much of a fan of lobster, those cheese rolls are freaking good, man. But they do have good crab there. I do like their crab. I am a big fan of crab. This stuff's really good. The thing about shepherd's pie is you have to have the best ground meat you can get. You just grind yourself. Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. See, that reminds me of kind of the first time I ever had haggis. My cam froze. My cam froze. What the fuck? That's never happened before.